Tonight, there's trouble in fashion paradise.
Our agenda, it wasn't aligned.
Kanye West is terminating his multi-year deal with Gap and speaking out on CNBC's Closing Bell.
I'm the king, right? So a king can't live in someone else's castle. A king has to make his own castle.
The superstar announcing today he's parting ways with the brand after accusing the Gap of failing to follow through on aspects of their contract.
I signed on with them because they had, in the contract, they said they were going to do stores, and they just ignored us about building stores constantly. And sometimes I would talk to the guys, the heads up, the leaders, and it would just be like I was on mute or something.
West, who now goes by Ye, also expressing frustration over the price of Yeezy's Gap apparel.
I always talk to them about doing products for $20, like the best product in the world, designed at the same level of the top fashion houses in the world at $20 for the people. And actually, I wasn't able to set the actual price that I wanted for this collection. And then they actually took one of the shirts and sold it for $19. So didn't price myself at like $200.
Gap stock was already struggling post-pandemic, and today it closed out down more than 3%.
The partnership with Kanye West that was expected to help Gap expand their relevance, target new and younger consumers coming into the brand. The issues with both parties coming together, I think, has led to what's happening today.
2 years ago, news of the partnership between one of Hollywood's biggest names and one of the 90s most iconic brands sent Gap stock soaring.
We've seen the influence that we've had on two Fortune 500 companies.
By June of 2021, Wells Fargo predicted Gap's Yeezy line could bring in nearly $1 billion within a year and boost Gap shares by $1.50 per share by 2026. High hopes of a revitalized Gap after Kanye's partnership with Adidas was an instant knockout success.
Gentlemen, you got to clear the front of this place. You have to clear the front of the place.
His limited release shoes selling out almost instantly and being resold online for thousands of dollars. Kanye even rapping about his kicks in a 2016 song. He'd left Nike and signed with Adidas in 2013. But in recent weeks, Ye has taken to social media to criticize his fashion brand's corporate partners. In since-deleted Instagram post, he accused Adidas and the Gap of copying his designs in other non-Yeezy fashion lines. In a Bloomberg interview earlier this week, Kanye said it's time for him to leave Adidas, too.
Yeezy is 68% of their online sales. And they've even gone and specifically hired people from my team to do collaborations with to attempt to make fake versions or to try to dilute my message.
Adidas has not commented on Kanye's claims.
He doesn't want any barrier of entry with his fans, so he has decided to venture off into his own. He's going to open some brick and mortar Yeezys on his own without these corporations kind of getting in the way.
The Gap did not reply to NBC News' request for comment, but for Ye, he says he had to walk away.
You're not going to be too optimistic.
No, I'm saying, and they have one individual on the planet that could save the Gap. And that individual, I'm asking you, who do you think it is? Sometimes the answer is sitting right in front of you.
Always so humble there. All right, Ellison Barber joins us now. So, Ellison, do we know if Gap is commenting publicly yet?
So they haven't commented on this publicly. After speaking with some experts, what we expect to happen is that this will be litigated for a while, right? But one thing to keep in mind as we're talking about this is that Kanye West and his legal team have been very public, showing us some of their own legal documents. But what we haven't seen yet are the legal documents that were from the very beginning when Kanye and the Gap went into this deal initially. So in terms of the specific allegations from Kanye West, right now, we really have a lot from his side, but very little from Gap, at least at this point in time.
So Gap and other companies may find dealing with Kanye West is difficult, but you can't deny what he brings to the table, the amount of money he brings, and kids, adults, clearly love his gear. So do we know why Gap couldn't come to an agreement with Kanye West over the stores, over the pricing? Do we know why there was just sort of no middle ground?
We don't, but from Kanye's standpoint, he seems to be taking this very aggressive position, saying, I know what my name and my brand can and has done for you, and if you're not going to play ball exactly on my terms, then I'm done. And speaking with his lawyer earlier today, his lawyer was adamant in saying that Kanye will take Yeezy, he will make his own retail stores, open them up brick and mortar, and he's going to do well.
So I was going to ask you about that. So that's what he eventually wants, and that's what we'll see possibly down the future. We're going to see Yeezy stores.
Yes, according to the conversation I had with his attorney this morning, he says that is the plan for Kanye moving forward.
This might be too technical, but do we know, because the Yeezy sneaker is so popular with Adidas, but that deal is still together. That relationship is not completely fractured, though we saw in your story. They've hit a rocky road.
Yes. So as far as we know, we've reached out to Adidas and we're trying to get more information from them, particularly in light of these kind of late-breaking comments from Kanye West in the CNBC interview. As far as we know at this point, we've seen these allegations from Kanye West on social media, have not heard much, if anything, from Adidas. As far as we're aware, the contract there is still intact. We're trying to get some more information. We will let you know as soon as we do.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.